Really, I have a very busy life and I don't have time to be worried about selling stuff. I mean, I like the process of the creating part. That's where I get my most satisfaction. I'm a restaurant manager. I run a restaurant 60 hours a week, and in my spare time I have 13 show dogs, boxers, and so I have like very limited time for clay, so I have to make every moment count. I do most of my work at anywhere between 1 and 3 in the morning. Yeah, and then when in the daytime, as I'm letting the dogs out, that's when I do my sanding and buffing and conditioning. Family. When I was 12 years old, I was a very heavy kid, and I worked for a lady who owned a craft store called Time and Talent. Her name was Pauline Hoxie, and by the time I was 13, I was teaching all her classes and everything, crewel work, paper quilling, macrame, candle making. I had kid classes, and I did that till I was probably 16, and I actually taught some adult education courses at the high school and one college class. When the state found out they were paying a 13-year-old, they made me stop, but it was great while it lasted. When I moved to Ohio, I couldn't take the winter outside in the garage doing the same class, so that's when I found polymer clay, and I probably won't ever do anything else. That's what I like about the medium. It'll wait for you, or you have to catch up to it sometimes, but like when you polish a mica shift, you get that depth, and it makes it look more like glass. I don't think clay should have to imitate glass. Eventually it'll be in its own right, not imitating something else, but it gives you a depth to the medium that you don't get with painting. I use Primo metallics. I love 18 karat gold. If they ever do anything with that, I will probably have to kill myself. I've told Iris, many times, but I don't think they will. It has really brightened that one color has brightened the whole pearl range of colors. Instead of adding white, to lighten it, the 18 karat gold just brightens it. It's like lighting it from behind somehow. Wow. What I call mica mush is any process where you have clay set up to be chatoyant, and instead of rolling it through the pasta machine to make it thin, or using a brayer to level it out, I always use a piece of lucite and press straight down only. The pressing straight down only keeps the mica shift stable. It doesn't bend it. Like if you have a bump and you roll over it with a brayer, you're going to bend those mica particles. If you push straight down, it keeps them flat. And others that may not be flat will flatten out. You actually get a much brighter reflection by pressing straight down versus it's all been trial and error. But that's my favorite part of it, is the experimenting. But I try to use 100% clay. No paint, no glitter. I mean, the most bling I get is the mica shift. I've been working on lizard tails and expanding them and doing different colors layer and trying to get a little control into them. It's like doing the clay. The more you work with it, the easier it gets, And that's where I'm at. Clay's become like so natural for me to use. I always wanted to paint, and I never could get the opportunity to learn how to use the paint. I know where I'd want to put the color and how to layer it, but I just didn't know how paint worked. And I never actually explored it far enough to get to that point. It was like the glass bead making. It seemed like such a big task, Polymer clay is grown-up Play-Doh, it really is. To me, it's like, it's so relaxing, and it's just like, and even if you don't make anything that time you sit down, you feel relieved and rewarded and relaxed when you're done. I've never got up from polymer clay being all stressed out.